Yeah, we had a house in Sunnyvale. We moved back from the East Coast in summer this year. We moved back to our house in Sunnyvale. We sold it in the November time frame. We are now homeowners in Saratoga. So Sangeeta is the one who did all the hard work, by the way. She was on Craigslist all the time. She had a heart set on a contractor. I think he was a Vietnamese guy. But 2 weeks before we were scheduled to move back to the West Coast, the guy disappeared and Sangeeta panicked. So that's kind of where our experience started. So she was fortunate enough to get in touch with Rajiv, and what really caught her attention, I think, where the relationship got started, was how responsive Rajiv was, and the kind of quotes he was able to offer, including meeting some of our personal needs like building a temple. So I think that's where the relationship really got started.
Yeah, after getting my quotation, I really wanted to speak to Rajiv to make sure the quotation was correct because it was really like the best competitive quotation I ever got. I tried like not only one contractor, like several. I've asked several of them to come and see my place. And I was doing major work like changing the carpet, getting hardwood done, getting all the walk-in closets installed, recessed lights. So it was kind of a major work for me. And I had a fixed time that I needed from July 1st and has to be finished in 3 weeks because we didn't want to spend too much time staying in a hotel after moving from Massachusetts. So after meeting Rajiv, or after speaking to him first on phone, I was very comfortable that I will go with Rajiv. And then I made sure that I meet him as soon as I come. We met together and I was really impressed by the way he started the job from the very next day. I was not sure about the color of the wood I would choose, and Rajiv helped me pick the color of the wood. He himself came to me bringing the wood, saying that, no Sangeeta, this is the best thing, this is the best one, you don't even have to shop around. And from there onwards, I just let Rajiv to take the lead.
Yeah, I think that was important to us, that when we landed here, we were going to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks and the cost of the hotel was going to add up for us. So I think Rajiv understood that and started the work the very next day. That's why it was important that he meet us right away and start the work right away as well. So we basically decided to install hardwood floors in our house. We did have hardwood floors on the first floor. We had carpet on the second one. The first thing I observed about Rajiv was he was a trusted advisor to us. He said, you know what, you need to rip apart like even the hardwood floor on the first floor so that you have a consistent look and feel. We were of course worried about the pricing of making that happen, so he gave us a pretty good deal so that the overall project inclusive of the 2 floors would be attractive. The second thing I want to point out about the hardwood floor work was the previous guy who did the work for us, he left the ground in an uneven state. So the project actually turned out to be a 4-week project for Rajiv rather than a 1.5-week project. But he had given us an estimate upfront as to what it would cost for the 2 floors, and he stuck to that. So that really impressed me, because I've worked with contractors in the past but had not come across somebody who was willing to stay with that committed quote despite some of the surprises that came in. Yeah, so basically while we were doing the remodeling work, one of the big questions on our mind was that we wanted a great high school for our elder son, who is going to high school next year. So we concluded very soon that despite all the good work that had gone into the house, that we might need to move. And our house, one of the good things is it was built in 2004, so it's about a 9-year-old house. So one of the things that was important to us is we wanted to sell it like a new home, right? We wanted the buyer to feel that, hey, the buyer is buying a new house. So the work that Rajiv and team did, whether it was the flooring work or the work with the temple or the landscaping around the house, I think all of that went into us selling it like a brand new home, which ultimately helped us fetch a really nice price for the house.
Because I was able to contrast them between 2 within a month, and I've seen each and every employee that you sent to our work. I was very impressed with everyone was very friendly. They would listen to me.
Yeah, I would absolutely recommend Kanler, and I've already done so to several of my friends. But I've worked with other contractors, but being able to bring the combination of a great price, friendly service, being able to stick to your quotes, being able to be responsive at the same time. So I felt there was a combination of a variety of these service elements that we got that was hard to beat, and which is why I would recommend it to anybody.
Awesome.